Everyone likes going to a sports bar to watch the game, but what happens if the sports bar and the game come to you? Josh Misiph is the Chief Tailgating Officer of the National Tailgating Association, and welcome to the Language of Business.
Thanks for having me.
Do other sports do as much tailgating as football?
Football is predominantly the tailgating sport, but it's a growing phenomenon in baseball, hockey with the Winter Classic especially, college basketball tailgates here and there, NASCAR is a huge tailgating phenomenon, and the growing popularity of summer music festivals.
How are you planning on expanding? Which one do you do next besides football?
Well, we do a lot of baseball currently, and we also have a good roster of hockey clients in certain cities depending on the setup and the layout of the stadiums and the parking lots.
Does the margin vary by sport?
It does. Football certainly is numero uno when it comes to tailgating revenues and margins, just because of the frequency of which it occurs.
College versus pro, does it matter?
It doesn't matter, but I will say that college football, when it comes to tailgating, rules the roost.
And how about the Northeast versus other sections of the country?
Being a lifelong New Englander, I have to say this hurts a little bit, but from traveling around, we do not know what great tailgating is. It's certainly when you get into SEC country, you get into the Midwest, these college tailgates that they put together are just crazy.
Is there any competitive advantage that your, I don't even know if you call it an RV, has over other vehicles of its type?
Yes, because of the specificness of which we have the things in the vehicle, whether it's 10 televisions, 3 satellite feeds, a full wet bar, fridge freezer. The advantage is everything is right there in one unit. We bring it to you. We are full service. You don't have to get anything. We will take care of it all.
So you don't need external electric, you don't need external plumbing?
No, we have 2 large generators that we run off of.
And how do you market the business?
Social media, website work. A lot of existing clients that we've done business with will refer us because we have a 5-star rating.
What are your plans for expansion moving forward?
Our plans for expansion are to have multiple RVs roaming the country in different geo zones. So we have the one now. Our ultimate goal is having 5. One in the Northeast, one in the Southeast, one in the Midwest, one in the Texas, Oklahoma area, and then one in the West.
And are you pretty much busy Thursday through Sunday or on Monday through Wednesday as well?
It depends. The key games are Monday and Thursday when it comes to corporate tailgating, because it's easier to get men and women from the office to the tailgate party rather than on a Sunday. So Monday and Thursday are very, very busy, as well as your traditional Saturday and Sundays.
How does your setup differ at a park like Fenway, where there aren't really freestanding parking lots, versus other ballparks across the country?
Well, being a Red Sox fan, unfortunately, we cannot tailgate at Fenway. It's just not conducive to that as of right now. Same with the World Series going on in Chicago. There is just no room to tailgate down in Wrigleyville. We have some really strong clients in Kansas City, St. Louis, Pittsburgh, Detroit, cities where the lots are very, very open and more welcoming to what we're doing with the RV.
And that's why you'd want to have multiple RVs across the country, so you wouldn't have to drive this one from Massachusetts to another point.
That, and the fact that we can keep some of our costs down for our customers. When it comes to travel, we don't have to have as much gas mileage in there. We can have it centrally located so that the end cost to the consumer is lower.
Could we see a tour of the RV?
It's my favorite thing to do. Let's go.
So Josh, we're here. Tell us about the truck.
Well, as you can see, we have a nice 38-foot customized RV. Over here we have our wet bar area. We have 2 TVs on either side of the wet bar. We have a 6-barrel kegerator right here on the counter. On this side we have our plush leather couches that do recline when we have the need to do something like that. Another large picture frame TV over here. We have a bathroom right here.
Nice.
Sub-zero refrigerator and freezer right here.
And it looks like you have awnings that you can extend in bad weather or with a lot of sun.
Yeah, with a lot of sunlight or a lot of rain. We certainly have the awnings on the outside of the truck, which we can prevent people from getting wet.
And you mentioned with the 4 feeds, we saw at least 4 televisions, maybe more. Each of these televisions can be programmed for a different sports feed, you're saying?
That's correct. Yep, we have 10 TVs, 5 internal, 5 external.
And is there anything that you can't cook inside on a range?
There's not. We typically don't, even though we do have the range here, very, very minimal use, if at all. And when we tailgate, we have several barbecue grills we set up. It's a much better experience, especially for the volume that we're doing.
Josh, thank you.
Thank you.
Josh Misiph, the Chief Tailgating Officer of the National Tailgating Association.